Well, hello, hello. This is Cindy. This is my last episode for today. This is your host at Ask Cindy Connector Live. Make sure that you follow me on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. And a little announcement, please go to facebook.com/slash Ask Cindy Connector Live. You're also going to go to streamyard.com/slash Facebook. So both of the platforms, Mary and Chad and I can actually see your comments. Also, a big plug to National Day Calendar. Today is Heavenly Hash Day, Tater Tot Day, and Groundhog Day. So, a little bit about the show. I love connecting others. And 10 years ago, one of my friends called me Ask Cindy Connector because I was sharing referrals back and forth through our friends. And 3 years ago, I started Ask Cindy Connector, where I share anything that I see of my friends. If they're having a sale, a new promo, any kind of event, I would share that on the event page or on the Facebook page. And about a little over 2 months ago, I started this podcast. I just want to get the word out on what all my friends are doing so I can connect them to my sphere of influence. And today I have Chad Gray. How are you, dear? Long time no chat.
Doing great. How about you?
I'm doing good. So tell me your little backstory. How did you get started as an entrepreneur?
Okay, so I guess I did the 9 to 5 thing when I got out of school, and worked my way through a few sales jobs and things like that. Sold insurance, phones, all kinds of different things, right? And I, like most of us, got tired of working for the man, right, and decided it was time to branch off and do my own thing. So I actually started an insurance agency, and I did that for a couple of years, and uh, pretty much just working a job, but for myself, right? So, even got tired of that, and just while I was doing that, though, I kept running into people who were telling me horror stories about marketing and how they were spending, because I was trying to network with realtors and things like that. And they were telling me horror stories about bad marketing and how much money they were spending, and I was like, oh, there might be an opportunity here. So I decided to kind of jump into that, and then I actually got introduced. Someone I met in marketing introduced me to the first network marketing company I got into, and then kind of the ball just kind of ran from there. So
Yeah, and we were actually in one together what was that, about 3 years,
yep.
2 years ago?
Yeah, Serbia, yeah.
That was a good
Yeah,
run.
it had potential, but it was just one of those things,
So I just wanted to do a big shout out to you. So if anybody does not know Chad Gray, please go to Facebook and friend him. He's absolutely amazing. He's one of my favorite referral partners. He's always referring the people in his sphere of influence to my travel brand. So thank you so much, Chad. I appreciate that.
Cindy
He's
is the
actually
best for travel. If you're not using her for travel, you're doing it wrong, period.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So let's talk about Drips Wizard. What is this all about? And you want to open up a presentation?
Yeah, I'm gonna switch off my phone and go to the computer.
Okay.
I'll leave the phone up. So let me go ahead and share my screen on the computer. Can you see the screen?
Yeah, let me open that up for you.
Okay, see, cool. All right, so what Drips Wizard is it is a kind of all-in-one marketing platform. So, Cindy has a very cool business card tool that allows you to make landing pages and things like that. And it's super awesome, right? This is kind of like the next level of that, right? So if you want to take it, a little bit further and you want to automate the back end of the marketing, this is the type of program that you would use for that, okay? So it does a lot of different things. I'm not going to bore you guys to death and show you everything, but I'll just show you a few things that'll tie in with Cindy's tool and help you guys take your stuff to the next level, okay? All right, so the first thing that they have in the Drips Wizard is just an overall dashboard that tells you, a little bit about your business. You can see kind of where people are at in the different stages of your sales pipeline and things like that. And it just gives you a really good overview of what's going on in your business. You can see any tasks that you have for the day, where your leads are coming from. If you have your Google business set up, you can see reviews and things like that. So it's just a very nice little overview of what's going on with your business.
Let's talk about that really quick.
Okay.
About the Google for Business. So if
Oh,
I
yeah.
did a page for my client retention cards and gifts business, and I did another page for the travel, so this is the analytics for that end.
Correct. So if you register your business with Google, you've registered your address and you've done your confirmation and all that, this will actually track your business statistics. So let me show you an account
Oh,
that has their Google business set up, and I can kind of show you what it looks like here. So as you can see here, I can see that that business had 709 total interactions with it on Google last month, right? This is without paid advertising. It's all organic, so that's really good. 242 search views, 129 people saw the map to the business,
wow.
6 direct searches, 322 indirect searches, which means they searched for something like solar or something and they ended up there, right? And then, so that means your SEO is working. If you get a lot of indirect searches, that's good. And then actions are how many website actions were taken. So if somebody clicked on something on the website, Google actually tracks that, right? And you can see how many people called off your page. So it's a really cool little overview of your business without having to go into Google itself to go find that information, right? So you don't have to have 100 tabs open.
Okay.
Everything's all in one little place. And it does the same thing with your reviews. If you had any Google reviews, it would keep track of this, as well as your Facebook reviews as well. So if you have any Facebook reviews on your page, it would actually show up here that you got a new review, and you'd actually be able to respond to that person right here in the software through your Facebook page.
My Lord, that's awesome.
Yeah, so it's really, really cool. The idea behind this whole software is to keep everything in one place, right? So you're not bouncing back and forth all the time between software and pages, and because every time you switch pages is actually like a second or two. And if you think about how many times you do that during the day, right, that all adds up. So it's just meant to be a time saver, right? Now, conversations are all tracked in here as well. So you can see two-way back and forth conversations. I'm not going to leave it on there too long because I don't want you to see personal conversations from my friend's business. But everything is tracked. The emails, phone calls, voicemails, text messages, Facebook messages, anything that's done is in that conversation tab in a two-way thread, similar to how it's on Facebook, right? You can see every message that you've ever had with that person, and you can even listen to recorded calls if you record your calls, things like that, right? So it's very, very cool. Opportunities tab is kind of the CRM version portion of the software. I know you got a CRM in your thing, but this is like maybe a little bit more advanced. Like I said, a little step up, right? Now you can actually sort people based on categories or where they are in your sales pipeline. So this is your sales pipeline. Someone comes in as a new lead, they move over to contacted after you talk to them, right? If they booked an appointment, et cetera, et cetera. And you can easily tell when you first come in and look at your software in the morning, who do I need to be talking to, right? I don't need to be talking to the people in new leads because they're all in automation. They're getting automated messages from the program, right? Text messages, emails, Facebook messages, all kinds of stuff, right? We don't even bother with those. Once they get into the contacted, not quoted, that's where the manual touch takes over. And that's where we would kind of, get involved, right? Now, you can have automation for certain parts of this part of it too, like in the booking category. Once I move you into booking and you booked an appointment and confirmed it with me, there's an automation that goes out, and then what it is appointment reminders. So you actually get it reminded 24 hours ahead of your appointment, 4 hours ahead of your appointment, and 1 hour ahead of your appointment via email and text, right?
So it's
people
very
actually
similar to Calendly then. Is it very similar to
Yes,
that?
very similar. Yes, very similar to Calendly. But again, if you have Calendly and then you have Elify and you have, you know what I'm saying, you're bouncing back and forth a lot, right? And so this kind of rolls it all into one spot. Now here's some cool things that we can add in. This is the add-on part. So this is if you didn't want to use the full software, we're going to have a custom price for Cindy's people in her sphere. It's going to be half price, and it's going to have all the stuff that you can use to basically supercharge your app that Cindy has for you guys. Okay. Now this is going to have your marketing campaigns, so your email, text, phone calls, Facebook messages that you have pre-programmed or pre-written, right, to go out to these customers in a sequence of time that you set up, right? So you can have the first action be a text message saying, hey, I got your request for information. I'm going to reach out to you in just a minute, right? And then a minute later, the system will call you and say, hey, you have a new lead to reach out to. Press 1 to dial John now, right? And it'll actually call John through, right? Now, after that, if John doesn't answer, it drops a voicemail automatically for you, so you don't have to take the time to drop the voicemail. It's got a pre-programmed voicemail, right? And then there's an email and text campaign that goes out every couple of days. They get something else until they decide to respond to you, right? Everything's designed to get them to contact you back, at which point you can take over the conversation. But in the meantime, you're not spending all your time following up with people that really aren't ready to talk to you, right? So it's a great time for this campaign portion will be part of it. The email builder, this is just an email builder, so you can go in here and set up your own emails. They have some templates.
Do email because email is less than 10% open rate.
Yeah, so it really just, I'm at about 24% on ours, but it really just depends on your headlines and stuff like that. You got to be really stand out from the crowd, right? It's really what it's about. You got to stand out from the crowd, use reactive headlines and things like that. You can get about 20-25% open rate. I'm not saying it's a great tool, but there are people that communicate through email, right? So here's the way I like to look at it, and this is a great way to look at your marketing, okay? So if you're only looking for people that are going to answer the phone, you're missing out on the people that text and email. If you're only looking for people that email, you're missing out on the people that text and phone call. And if you don't think that there are people that only do one or the other, you're absolutely wrong, because my mom won't check an email. My mom will not text you. But if you call my mom, she will answer and she will call you back, right? But you will not get a text. You will not get an email from my mom, right? And then everyone knows people like this, right? So if you're not hitting all forms of communication, you're missing out. You need to be calling them. You need to be texting them. You need to be emailing each person, because if you're not, you may have missed out on that person's form of communication. Does that make sense?
Set it up like for email. I don't want to bombard.
No, emails are normally like once every 4 to 5 days is an email normally from me, right? Okay. So I try not to get them on a daily basis with an email, and then a text is normally like every 3 to 5 days. Okay. For the first week, it's a little more intense, right? It's like every day or every other day. But then once they make it past the first week, if they still haven't contacted you yet, they obviously don't have that immediate interest, right? At which point we're going to take the marketing down a notch and we're going to slow it down, right? So, and of course you can customize the time frame that you send out. Everything is fully customizable. So you set it up how you like it, right? Like I said, there's email builder in there. They have some really nice templates that you can start from, so your emails don't look like crap, right? Nobody's going to open an email that looks like crap, let alone read it. Okay, so it's got a really nice little email builder in there, so you can structure your emails, make sure everything looks good. There's trackable links called trigger links. This means if you put this in any of your marketing, you'll be able to track those links and who clicked them and where they got clicked and how they got clicked.
Wow,
right?
That's amazing.
So those come in kind of handy, and you can use those in text too, right? Normally you can track opens and clicks in emails, but not in text. These can be used in your text communications as well, so you can track stuff really nice. Form builder. So if you want to build a form, right? Maybe you don't like the standard opt-in form that the Elify app has, and maybe you want something really customized, right? This will allow you to make a super custom form that you can put any fields, as many fields as you want. You can really be super custom with it, and you'll be able to embed it right into your Elify page, right?
That's awesome. And then if the travel form is limited on the Elify.
Yes, no, and this has unlimited forms, unlimited submissions. You're breaking up a little bit, Cindy, but let me kind of show you, so this is what a form would look like, right? And you can add your standard fields, like your name, email address, all that kind of stuff, right? But you can also put custom fields in, and you can make those custom fields literally whatever you want, right? So they have text box, file uploads, radio boxes, check boxes.
Oh, nice.
Right? So you can literally make these forms, collect whatever information you want to get from that person, right? Which is really nice. And they, like I said, it can be embedded right into your Elify pages. So you can literally integrate this right into your Elify. And then when people submit on the form, everything goes right into the Drips wizard and the automation takes over.
Oh, I
Right?
love
Really,
Okay.
really cool. Same thing with the survey builders. So typically a form is just one page and all the information is on one page, right? Then they have what they call surveys. Surveys are typically one slide at a time, right? So let me kind of show you the difference. So I know it looks like it's
color.
I know it looks like it's all on one page here, right?
Yeah.
But if I go to an actual live page of what this looks like, hold on.
It's so cool.
Yeah,
I'm
watch
really
this.
digging it, Chad. I love that travel form. I'm like my mind
All
is
right, so if I go to the live version of this page, right? This is what the survey looks like, right? So they get one question at a time, and then they answer the questions as they go, right? And it just goes through here, and it's just a survey, right? But with the survey, you can use conditional logic. So now let's say I don't want people who don't get any sun on their house, right? And I had a question that said no sun, right? I could literally make it so that if that person answers no sun, it doesn't even they don't even continue, right? So this is a great way to disqualify the people that aren't a good fit for your opportunity without them wasting your time or ever getting to you, right? So these surveys are really cool, and this also can be embedded right on your page, right? And everything integrates right into the Drips wizard if people submit. So very, very cool. Everything automation.
Wow.
SMS and email templates. These are just little templates that you can use, right? So if I were to go back to, let's say the lead list here, right? And I wanted to call or text for Farhad here, right? I would just click the text. And then down here, I can't really get to it because this is I can move that. Hold on. All right. So down here, if you see there's a button that says use a template, right? I can just click right there, and any of those templates that I've set up for texting, I can easily just put that right in here, right? And it'll put that in there, and I can just click send, right? So if you have something that you're sending all the time, maybe it's your enrollment link, whatever it is, right? You can set that up in a nice little template, and you can have that pre-populated, ready to go anytime you need to pop that off to somebody, right? Boom, 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 boom. Everything's click, 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 done. Nice. So that's cool. I mean, we could go forever.
I have
this has so much
4 minutes.
Yeah, there's ad reporting. Ad reporting for all your guys' ads. If you guys run any ads for your stuff, right? All your reporting's in one place. You don't have to bounce back and forth between Google and Facebook. It's all there. Calendar. You already saw kind of how the calendar works. There is a built-in calendar program in this, and it keeps track of all your calendar appointments and all things like that. So, you know, you'll be able to see everything, all your appointments each day. You can easily change them, book them, you know, make changes to it. And if you want to see what the booking page looks like, they have, I mean, they have a whole bunch of different, you know, setups for it, but it looks similar to a Calendly calendar. I'm just going to show you one real quick.
Oh yeah, it does look very similar.
Right, so it's just like a Calendly calendar. You know, they put their information in, right, and then click book, and that's it. And that'll trigger. So let's say they were a new lead, right, and they were in that new lead category. As soon as they click that book, right, what's going to happen automatically is it's going to take that person and it's going to drag them over here to booking confirmed. I'm not going to do it because this is someone's account. Okay, but it's going to drag them over to booking confirmed, and it's going to automatically, I'm not doing that, like literally it's going to do it because it knows that person booked an appointment, right? So the system is automatically going to drag them into the new part of the pipeline, and it's going to start that appointment reminder campaign. So you don't do any of that. The system automatically knows that it needs to be done, and it does it. Right. So, like I said, this is a really advanced program. It's not that hard to set up, and once you set it up, you pretty much forget about it, right? But it's it's a little bit more up level, right? So $50 a month though. I'll do a custom package for you guys that'll include the, you know, conversations, the dashboard, the marketing, and the reporting and the scheduling. The other stuff that we have in the platform will be, if you want the full version of the platform, it's $97 a month, right? But Cindy will have her own kind of. So the full version has a full website builder, It has courses in it. So I don't know if you're familiar with like Kajabi, right? It has Kajabi built into it, basically. Okay. So you can make all your own courses. You can charge for the courses, have upsells, downsells, all that stuff. It's got, like I said, a full website builder, reputation management, a live chat bot for all your websites. Yeah, so you can chat with people that hit your website live if they want to ask you a question or whatever. Yeah, it's got a lot of stuff. So I mean, if you want a full video demonstration, there's one on my website on dripswizard.com, and or you can set up a time with me. Or it's dripswizard.com/talk with Chad.
Well, awesome.
So,
well, thank you so much for coming on today. I want to get you on again
oh yeah,
and
no
talk
problem.
more about this. I like the
Yeah, anytime.
tool. That sounds really neat to work on that.
Yeah, there's it's like I said, it's a great complement piece if you already have that LFI. It's a really good complement for that. So,
well, that's so
I
awesome.
appreciate you having me.
Thank you. I'm going to actually put you in the green room and close out the call, and I'll see you there in a minute.
All right.
Well, there you go, guys. Make sure to go to Chad Gray. You could actually find him on Facebook, become a friend of his, build that rapport with him, and definitely check out the Drips Wizard. You could find him on Facebook, also at dripswizard.com. This is Cindy, your host at Ask Cindy Connector Live. Make sure you follow me on all the social media networks. And of course, subscribe to the YouTube at Ask Cindy Connector Live. And I will see you on Friday.